What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K Flex. I'm back here with another video. Just got off the interview. Shout out to people who like this video before they even heard this sentence. That was fast, right? All right, let's get into it. So Miami Dolphins re-signed Duke Riley, and then we signed Connor Williams to a 2-year, $14 million deal. Everybody wanted to know, what are we doing about our offensive line? We finally did something, okay? So Connor Williams is our new offensive lineman. He used to play for the Cowboys. He was the quote-unquote weak link of the Cowboys offensive line, which many could point to say, well, the weak link on their line would probably be the strong link on ours because of how trash our line is, which I don't think is good enough logic to justify picking them up, but whatever. So we're going to get into it a little bit. First, we'll talk about Duke Riley a little bit. I mean, he's just a depth signing at the end of the day. Oh, Landon Roberts also re-signed. So those two people, linebackers, pretty much depth signing. Well, Landon Roberts probably gets some play time, but, you know, two linebackers, decent linebackers. Well, Landon Roberts decent in run stop, and then Duke Riley, I don't really notice him too often. He doesn't really do much, but yeah, Landon Roberts is decent in run stop, and so or pretty good in run stop, and so you're excited to re-sign him. As far as this Connor Williams character, I'm gonna be quite honest. It's important to understand that in football, numbers lie sometimes. So I don't really always look at the numbers to decide whether a player is good or not. One of the main metrics that I use when determining if a free agent was possibly good or not is the other fan base. And I think this is underrated way of looking at it because these are the people that watch every single game, okay? Like, we're Dolphin fans. I don't care what Jesse Davis's stats say. If he gets traded to the Vikings and they say, "Oh, how do we feel about this move?" If they look at Pro Football Focus and somehow they think he's good, we've watched every game. We know he's not. Okay, that's the reality. But like Jesse Davis was a bad example. But I'm just saying, y'all know some people's numbers be looking kind of good or decent, but they really be trash. Like some days, some weeks, Pro Football Focus will have this guy graded super high, and you'd be like, "How is he graded that high? He didn't even play that good." So that's why I never take those, or I take them into consideration, don't get it wrong, because numbers, they tell you something, I'll tell you a little bit, but they're not everything, right? So I'll take the numbers, all right, and I also take the fan base reaction. If we lose Jalen Waddle, obviously we're going to react poorly to that. We're going to be like, no, what are we doing? You know, if we lose Javon Holland, one of those, because you know why? Because we know they're good, okay? These are players that we know are really good. We know Robert Hunt, even if the world don't know Robert Hunt is good. We don't want to lose him. You know, I say that to say, we would be disappointed, right? But on the contrary, if we lost Jesse Davis, if we lost Austin Jackson, we would react like, thank the Lord. And so when I look at this Connor Williams guy, you know, you can look at him. The Pro Football Focus has him like 11 on certain statistics. They have him like, you know, he's a pretty good guard. You know, as far as if you look at how he grades out, but then you look at how the Cowboy fans are reacting, and well, I'll just show them on the screen. They're extremely excited. Now, one could say that I put too much weight into this, but I put a lot of weight into this, okay? These people are they're way too excited to get this guy off their team. Now, there's one theory, and I think it's a pretty good one, that maybe the Cowboys are so used to excellence on the offensive line that anybody that isn't that amazing is going to get bashed, and I think that's fair, but when you look at his numbers, the amount of penalties he has like the most penalties out of all offensive linemen, or he's top 2. Connor Williams did last year. Those are deflating. You know, he holds every play. That's what these are what the fans are saying. These are the people that watch every single game. This is not the people that stat watch. You know what I'm saying? And so these are the people who opinions that I kind of take more serious than the people that's on Twitter who just figured out Connor Williams 5 hours ago and are now like looking at Pro Football Focus grades and then saying, "Oh, this is a great pickup." I'm not good at faking excited. I'm listening to the people who watch this man play every single game. I'd rather listen to them. For me personally. Now, it's not saying that you guys have to be that way, but just don't judge me for the way I'm looking at it, right? I can't fake excited about this pickup when his whole fan base is celebrating his departure, right? I mean, at the end of the day, beggars can't be choosers, so I'm not down about the pickup. I'm glad. Hell, we could pick up any offensive lineman and I'd be decently happy, but the Connor Williams, I'm just not going to celebrate this like you would probably see some other people. I'm not going to sell dreams on a guy who led the league in penalties and his fan base is celebrating his departure. I'm not going to be able to hype him up, but he does have some good qualities. He's allowed a lot less pressure than our other guards have. He's done good stuff, but he's also holding every play. So again, you have to watch the games, right? And if you don't watch the games, you really don't kind of know. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys games going on a lot, so we kind of all have watched Cowboys, but none of us know Connor Williams like Cowboy beat writers and Cowboy fans would know him. So if they're celebrating his departure, he might not be that good. Not that Dolphin fan who just figured out about Connor Williams 6 hours ago tells you, "Oh, Connor Williams is actually really good." That means you trust him, okay? Not because you just watched 10 Connor Williams plays of him getting pancakes and then it doesn't mean you trust him. Now, prior to last year, he didn't hold as much, he didn't get as much calls, so last year could be an anomaly, so that is hopeful, but I just can't necessarily say he's definitely good, okay? But he's better than who we have now, which is really, I guess, comforting, but it's not really comforting to me. It's comfortable maybe to other fans. I see fans saying, well, he's the best, he's better than what we had. Well, listen, if I'm on a diet and I'm eating, a double quarter pounder and with cheese, sounds delicious, right? I eat a double quarter pounder with cheese, and I'm on a diet, right? And I say, you know what? Because of my diet, now I'm gonna only eat a single quarter pounder with cheese. Well, that's still not good for you. So that's what I'm trying to. This is the analogy that I was trying to make. Just because we went from a double quarter pounder with cheese to a regular quarter, it's still not good. Okay, how about we go to a salad, which would be a good offensive guard. And that analogy right there was elite, people. Elite. Other than that, he could be good though. Honestly, you know what I'm saying. You never really know. Different coaching, different. Joe Philbin was their offensive line coach in Dallas. Different culture, different things around. He could be good. Who knows? Anybody could improve any type of way. I'm just not gonna sell y'all dreams and act like I'm super excited. Overall, the free agency has been pretty stale. Which winning free agency doesn't necessarily win you games, but neither does losing it. So it's not like we losing free agency, so now we're like gonna win. Just because we won, we wasn't losing because we were winning free agency. We were losing because our coaches suck. But in reality, I don't like last year, for instance, we didn't really pick up any big names. Before then, we picked up Byron Jones, I think 2 years ago. Last year, we picked up our biggest name was Will Fuller. He was pretty big name, but even then, he wasn't super huge, and it was only a short-term deal, and we didn't spend no crazy money last year, and we still sucked. So it's not like there's a thing where we're being smart now, so it means we're gonna be good. Not really. We had all this money, we haven't really done anything that I would have liked yet. But signing Emmanuel Agbah was huge. I ain't gonna lie, that was huge. If that was gonna be our big signing, I guess then I would look at it that way, and I would probably look for him from a more positive outlet. But yeah, we haven't really did no big move. But there's still time, okay? Armstead is still out there. There's some pretty quality tackles. So once we get those, we're probably gonna be looking at a really good free agency, right? If we can get one of these premier tackles, but I'm just not really that good at faking excited, right? So I get up here because I know everybody wants to see it everybody wants to be sold a dream, and everybody wants to believe, and I believe too. But again, when I look at Connor Williams and his whole fan base is celebrating his departure, there's just no way I can get up here and be like, yo, these people are wrong, we're right, we know what we're doing. All the thousands of Cowboy fans that watched all his games, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That would be, I don't know, I think that would be poor of me to, I just don't think that's a good process. And again, some people say I put too much stock into what other fans think, and I should put more stock into the numbers, but it's the NFL. We all know numbers lie, right? So I guess I could watch the film myself, and that's maybe my next thing to do, but I'm just letting you know what my opinion, my initial reaction to this is, right? Anyways, get in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys feel comfortable now at guard with Connor Williams and Robert Hunt? Man, I feel honestly better than we did last year, but we got to address tackle. We just absolutely have to, right? We have to address tackle and maybe even center, but definitely tackle, okay? In the comments, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, roll to 11K. But get pressing. I'm out.